Welcome to day 7 of our 30 days communication challenge. Remember, we started this challenge to help everyone listening to us sharpen their communication skills, to help them conquer the fear they may have regarding public speaking, and also help them how to manage communication whenever there is crisis or there is conflict. On this day 7, we are going to talk about how, as an African, this video is particularly for our people from an African background, how you can navigate communication and communicate appropriately if you are joining a multinational company. You know, we live in a global world, and it is expected from everyone not to limit their communication range to the people that they are surrounded with. So you may be called to work in a multinational company like Google, Microsoft, or just relocate outside of your country, outside of your hometown. So it's important that you know how do people in multinational, when we talk of multinational, it's generally a big company where you will meet people working there from every background. You'll meet people from Europe, from Asia, from America, and Africa, and all the parts of the world. And you will agree with me that the way you communicated when you were working just in a startup in your hometown will not be the same if you join Google, for example. You will be called to work with people from every other country, and the way you communicate and your integration will not be the same. So it's important that we target that. In this video, I'm going to share with you few tips that you can have in case you are joining a multinational company. So the first awareness that you need to create is cross-cultural awareness and empathy. What do we put inside? When you are in an international company, this is paramount. The first thing you need to avoid is slang, jargon, and idioms. People do not communicate like you. People don't have the same background like you. So make it simple and make yourself clear. You need to avoid phrases that may confuse your colleague sitting around you. So you need to stick to professional vocabulary even in informal chat. You also need to be mindful of non-verbal cues like your tone and your body language. Make sure that your non-verbal communication, have sure that what you do not say speaks more than what you actually say. If you are speaking in person or on a video, be aware that your gestures, your eye contact, your posture have different meanings across cultures. In email or in a chat, for example, you need to choose your tone carefully. You need to avoid using too many emojis or overly casual abbreviation, which can be misread or misunderstood. The second thing that is that you need to keep clarity, conciseness, and preparation. You need to make sure that you go to the point quickly. If you are using a chat, use a short, structured message. If you are communicating with your boss, your manager, or anyone that is high in hierarchy above you in the multinational company, they are very busy. So it's important that you keep the chat short. Or before you even enter, you start a conversation, you can start with, do you have 2 minutes? I have a quick update on the project, maybe the Malaysian project or the Indonesia project. This is how you approach your hierarchy or your manager or anyone, your team leader, for example. And in case you have a touch point with your leader, you need to prepare your key point. Go from the principle that you are prepared even in a casual interaction. Before sending a casual message or approaching them, know exactly the goal, so that when you go into the meeting, you just give the highlights, the key points on what you have been working on. Another tip that I want to share with you is that if you are joining a multinational company, maybe for your first time, you need to make sure that your professionalism and relationship building is top notch. Practice what we call active listening. So whenever you are in a meeting, make sure you do not enter a meeting room without a pen and without a notebook. It also gives the other person in the room that, okay, you are serious about this job and you are serious about what they want to tell you as well. Respect the time and availability of your manager and your colleague. If there is a meeting that is set up for 5 p.m. or 8 a.m., make sure that you reach the meeting room at least 15 minutes. And if you are still at the bottom level, make sure you check that the environment is okay. When the manager will come, the conversation will be nice, the environment is clean, maybe the chairs or the projector, even if it's not your job. By doing that, you are showing that you are intentional about making the conversation clear and clean. And remember that you need to be mindful of the timing and courtesy. Be aware that people will not necessarily be friendly with you on the first go, but maintain what we call the informal tone unless they tell you otherwise. So which means that if it's your manager, you call him boss, you call him sir. Usually Americans and Asians, they don't mind. They will ask you to call them by their first name, you see, but do not go ahead and do it your own. Do it first. So make sure you address them by their title. If it's a doctor, you call him doctor. If it's a professor, you call him professor. In case he tells you, no, you can call me Brian, then you go ahead and do that. So that's it for day 7.